Juno. I wasn't sure I'd ever see you again, Ivan. Yo, Hakan even found Juno for me. Why did we not get to play that? That's a bummer that we didn't go check in with them. She smiles, and they embrace. Ivan is completely taken aback, as though he doesn't dare believe she's real. I'm sorry. I couldn't make it to Sigerholm. I ran into problems. Okay, so it's good we didn't wait, because she didn't even make it there. Problems is putting it lightly. There's a mile-wide canyon practically splitting the world in two over those hills. Couldn't find a place to cross. Worse, dredge are practically falling out of it like blood from a wound. They're not coming from the north anymore. They're everywhere. We noticed. Glad you made it out alive, Ingvar. I take it the others didn't? Hakan becomes quiet, then he motions toward Juno. She got across somehow. Found her out cold for a second time since leaving Strand. We need every axe we can get right now. Bellower's here. Gods be damned. I thought I was free of that menace. I will deal with Bellower. Come on. No need to tempt him by standing out here. Yo, so Juno's just ready to square up on him? Vivi in the chat, I know you have the most experience with this game. How close would you say I am to completing this? Because normally I would wrap the stream up, but if I'm getting close, I might forge on with it. Hakan's caravan enters the city, fighting off waves of dredge as they go. To your relief, hundreds of skilled warriors are now safely in Borsgard. That's huge. Hakan joins you with his personal bodyguard, Moger. Yes! Behind him is the Prince Luden. Okay. And his entourage are in tow, looking less than pleased to be here. I have one last trip to make. I need this one to come with me, she says, pointing to you. I'm sorry, Ivan. You must wait for me one last time. Do not let the city fall before I return. It takes everything within Ivan's power to hold back, but he does. She turns to you. Rook, come with me. We'll return in 2 days, maybe less if you're as quick as you look. Tell anyone who needs to know. What? We'll be slaughtered out there. Juno pauses and something shifts in your vision for just a moment. I know it's hard, she says, her voice filling your head. And you've already been through a lot. As she speaks, again, the rest of the world melts away. But you're needed. You can't find the words to argue. Did she just, like, mind control me? What? We're in a caravan of 2? This lady's crazy. You don't remember leaving the city, but here you are, walking through unfamiliar ground behind Juno. You're alone, aside from hundreds of dredge who are all facing towards an enormous stone up ahead. The hairs on the back of your neck stand up. What is happening? So we're just marching through an army of... Look, there's a stone singer. Oh, they're looking at a godstone. Yo, this artwork rocks. We're at the godstone of Stravis. You glance nervously around, but the dredge didn't seem to hear her. It's okay. You can speak, softly. Is this where you're going to sacrifice me? Juno smiles. What could have come across as profoundly creepy looks sincere instead. No, the dredge cannot see us. To be more precise, they can see us, but I've convinced them to be unconcerned. I can understand your apprehension, though. Juno waits patiently for your reply. Who are you? I wish we'd had time for a proper introduction. My name is Juno. I am on the Mender Council. You've met Ivan, my apprentice. How are you doing these things? Controlling minds? I thought Menders built things and healed wounds. You are right. Menders do these things. Some of us still practice the teachings given to the Loom Mother's first creations. We are called Valka. I believe I am the only one who can influence another's mind. Then why not take control of Bellower? I learned the talent to heal minds, not control them. Though even some Valka have trouble believing this. Taking control of Bellower, it is the difference between convincing a child to sit still and telling a starving bear to stop being hungry. The truth is, we're rarely a match for the Sunder anymore. Our advantage is that we can train more Valka. It is also our weakness. The Valka pass on and lose their knowledge, while the Sunder simply grow older and more powerful. Bellower is both immortal and beyond my influence, to a point. Then how do we stop him? The God of Secrets will play a part, as will you. What are we doing out here? Do you know the god Stravus? Few know this stone exists, even among those who have lived their whole lives in Borisgard. While Dengler deals in fortune, Stravus taught men the value of trade in a different way. He showed them it has consequence. Two sides of the same coin. See the silver in the stone? The gales up here wear away the stone, but the metal remains. We need a piece of this silver. The god Stravus is wreathed by imagery of silver weapons. The myths say he traded these weapons to the gods, and they used them to kill each other. Those who seek out the stone call him the god of trade. The menders call him the god of secrets. He was both. Why are we surrounded by dredge? They seem to be drawn to the godstone. There are many things we don't know about Stravus. Maybe they see him as a patron, or it is an attraction they cannot explain. Does Stravus have something to do with the serpent in Einertoft? What was that thing? I cannot say. Can't? I have my suspicions, but until I've had time at the Mender libraries, it would be unwise to speculate. For all our knowledge, it always seems as though we know so little. Imagine how the rest of us feel. On the contrary, the less people know, the more certain they tend to be. Why did you pick me? Oh. Why didn't you take Ivan or Hakan? You don't even know me. I apologize for putting you in danger. Ivan must keep Borsgard from falling while we are away. And if something goes wrong here, I need to be certain one of us makes it back alive. I saw the thoughts of each person when I arrived in Borsgard. You were the only one I knew would return. What do you mean? You would find your way back to Alet, no matter what. Yo, this chick is Creep City. Let's get what we need and go. Indeed, you'll need to dislodge at least a fistful of the metal. We'll forge it into an arrow to slay Bellower. Wait, after everything you've told me, make a magic arrow to shoot Bellower? That's all it takes? Why didn't you do that a long time ago? Juno gets a faraway look in her eyes. No, that is not all it takes. What I tell you now must not be repeated. The arrow will not kill Bellower, even if it were to strike his heart. He has no physical weaknesses, but it will sow doubt in his mind. When it pierces him, I will help him to believe that he is dying. The rest of you will convince him of it with sword and axe. Everyone who fights at your side must believe it to be true. You're going to trick him into thinking he's dead. That is the most insane... He really can't be killed? No. Someday he will awaken and realize he's not dead. I imagine he will be quite upset. First, we must make the arrow. Focus on the task at hand. She looks knowingly at the godstone, waiting for you to start climbing. Rook, I am not certain how the dredge will react when you do this. And behind us is a sudden drop. So, be careful. Juno, you make me nervous. I never got a reply from Vivi in chat about how much longer this goes, but I'm thinking if we're settling in to fight Bellower, we can't be far off. Approaching the back of the stone, you start to climb, looking for a loose piece of the silver vein. Even without looking out onto the dredge, you can feel each sinister face watching you closely, held back only by Juno's influence. Panic races through your blood. Climb higher to where it may be easier to remove. Wrench out the nearest chunk. I mean, I feel like we would just grab it and try and get the hell out of Dodge. Adrenaline surges through your body as you pull on a half-buried piece of ore. You have no idea how far the silver might go into the rock, and you strain against the sharp stone, shedding the skin on your hands. Suddenly, it pulls free and you careen off the godstone, bruising your ribs as you land hard on the ground. You can hear agitated dredge start to shuffle in one big mass. Get up, whispers Juno, just as you black out. What? When you awake, you find yourself back in Borisgard, the silver ore still clenched tightly in your fist, but it says first accidentally. Your whole body aches. Alette holds you tightly when she notices that you're awake. Juno smiles at the reunion and tells you, take this time with your daughter. Find a smith who can fashion an arrow from that silver. I have other things to which I must attend, but meet me on the walls when you are done. Okay. We go to the crafters, I guess. It takes a while, but you finally find someone willing to craft an arrow for you. He eyes you suspiciously when you show him the silver, but shakes his head and gets started. Alette watches, the smith's fire reflecting in her distant stare. I talked with Ivan a long time while you were gone. He told me a lot about Juno. Is she really as powerful as he said? It certainly seems that way. That might be the most luck we've had so far. Dad, I think I know what's going to happen now. An arrow. She's going to make you shoot Bellower, isn't she? I don't know for sure. Come on, who else is going to do it? Ivor? That's... Listen, Alette, you don't have to get in on the fun too. Leave Ivor alone. Alette, I know where this is going. You're afraid of me dying. This isn't like before. We can't run this time. That's not what I... Let me do it. What? Why not? Because you think I'll get hurt? What do you do when Bellower comes straight for the person holding the only thing that can destroy him? Let me speak. Everything's changed. Skogar feels so long ago. I'm not asking because I'm afraid of losing you. I'm not afraid of anything anymore. Let me do it because you know I'm a better shot. I have a better chance of puncturing his armor. We only have one shot. I'm not a child anymore. I'm not just some girl. I'm your daughter. I can do this. For once, let me decide what happens to me. All right, so hold up. Let's think. If we have Alette shoot the arrow, that means she's going to have to be in the battle party. And I really, like, now that we have the Hakan group back at our disposal as well, I don't know that I care to have Alette in the battle party. At least with Rook. Rook's special ability, like if we gather around somebody with the Varl boys, Rook's special ability can start a chain reaction of combat. I don't know what to do here. Like, I feel like from a storyline perspective, this is kind of a big moment for Alette. Because this is her saying, I want to fight, not like shying away from the fighting. But I, like, from a tactical standpoint, I don't know that I want her on the battlefield. Plus, I'm also willing to dispute that Alette is a better shot than Rook. That's just based on my own personal combat with both of them in the party. Man, yeah, I don't know. This is tricky. What would chatters do, Misha says. What would you do, Misha? You're asking what the chatters would do. Oh, what would the characters do? I thought it said chatters. What would the characters do? I mean, I feel like Rook would probably let her take the arrow, right? Like, here she is. This whole time she's been kind of afraid, didn't want to fight at all, had to fight, has grown up quite a bit on this trip. Do we let her do it? I think we do. Well, but wait. Would Rook, regardless of what Alette wants and how Alette has reacted to this moment, would Rook let her go into battle against this thing? Does Rook trust this plan from Juno enough to risk his daughter for it? And that, I think, is a sticking point. Because, like, yes, it sounds like Juno has a plan. We're going to kill this dude. Everything's going to be grand. But that still means we have to fight Bellower to do it. It still means, remember, she said it won't actually kill him. Do we trust her enough to make him think he's gonna die. Like, Rook even said that it sounded ridiculous when we were at the Godstone. So this isn't necessarily about trusting Alette, it's about trusting Juno. And I don't think I trust Juno. No, we're gonna do it. I'm sorry, Alette, no. She stares into the firelight. You wait for the tears to come to her eyes, but they never do. Just promise. Promise we'll be together. Oh no. You sit by her side silently until the smith finishes his work. This is kind of ominous. There he is. Juno is in the middle of an animated debate as you approach, the arrow in your hand. There is little time left. Bellower knows we're here. Whether he is waiting for more of his forces to arrive or simply wants to starve us out first, I cannot tell. But he will not expect a direct attack. Is that a joke? How are we going to do that? I will take a handful of warriors to face him. I can keep a small group hidden from sight. The rest of you will lead the charge from here. With luck, Bellower will send his armies away from himself to meet you. What about the Ravens? They may protest. They will not. I have arranged a task for them. Even if you make it to Bellower, what chance is there of defeating him? We saw what happened at Einertoft. That thing can't be killed. Juno shows them the arrow you had forged from the Godstone silver. This will make him bleed like the rest of us. Once he is pierced, he will be vulnerable. She looks you in the eyes. We only have one. Do not miss. And bring only those you absolutely need. It will take all my concentration to keep the other dredge from swallowing us up. I cannot join in the battle. And if we kill Bellower, then what? The dredge will just wander away? That is my belief, yes. I can't say for certain. So, like, yeah, the fact that she's only thought of half the plan makes me feel better about what we chose to do with Rook. This is a doomed plan. Help us hold here until the ships are finished. And then what? Bellower will hound our every step all the way to Aberring, where I am certain more sunder await. Now is the time to speak to loved ones, and the memory of any god that pleases you. Rest. In the morning, we slay asunder. It's very ominous vibes hitting. Yo, wait. Bellower is the name of the actual, like, choice. Alright. Rook and Alette. So, Alette, you're not even going into the battle, my dear. As much as I love you. I mean, I think we want Rook to go first so he can shoot his arrow, right? Oh, that's right. We get Irsa back. We get Moger back. We get Gris back. All the boys are back. Hakon's coming. Who rounds this party out? Gris, maybe? I like how I'm basically just like, I hate humans. Give me every Varl. I'm going to bring Ivan, if for nothing more than the Mend ability. No. Let's bring Nid, and I'm going to promote her. So you are a high enough level to use a better item now. 3 means that you can use what? +1 strength resist, knockback on strength 5, -2 aggro, +2 armor. Who's got that on? Moger's got that on. I guess hang on to that for now. We like the strong boys here. We do like the strong boys here. The strong boys and 1 badass sniper girl. And then Hakon, what are you? You have a garbage item equipped, so we will change that immediately. What do we want? We want to give you the god scale. Yeah, let's give you the god scale. And in fact, we're going to swap you with Moger. We're sitting on all of this renown all of a sudden. I guess we like absorbed some renown from their group. Again, you have such good implication in a breaker position. Unless I find something good for 4. Yeah, we're not going to take the belt off Ivor, so you can keep this because that puts you at 19 armor. Is this the layout we want? This is the layout we want. Okay. What time is it? A little past midnight. I'm going for it. Let's do this. Bellower. The silence is what you remember. You rise in silence and walk through empty streets. Upon the wall, two armies stand quietly watching each other. Your footsteps echo on the wooden floorboards as you approach Juno. She breaks the silence. It's time, Juno says. Gather your allies. Today one thing will end, another will begin, and our actions will decide on which side we stand. Juno freaks me out. Unit required in party. She's gonna come with me anyway? You guys are garbage piles. That's straight garbage. All right, Ivor, you're coming instead of Moger. I can't freaking believe they did that. That sucks. Do I still bring Nid then, or do we bring Moger? We're gonna bring Moger instead of Nid. Man, that sucks. I'm not gonna lie, that really irritates me. You promised you would be together? We did promise we would be together, but I mean like after we're done killing an immortal death machine? Still you fear. Listen, I will try to guide you. God, Alette. Not really what I wanted, sweetheart. All right, what do we got? 1611. Some little boys that I'm not afraid of. A 1218. We're gonna want him down first. I'm gonna be honest. 2020. I think we could just take these days. 1218. Let's have Moger square off with you. Yeah. We want Ivan, Ivor, and Gunnulf are gonna try and combo down that guy quick. And then I think we're gonna have these two just chill in the middle early here, because then they can react depending on which direction Bellower goes. All right, let's do this. Oh, it's some really nice armor you got there. It'd be a shame if it was gone. God, he's real big. All right, so how do we... Oh, wait. Rook. Silver arrow. Silver arrow. Pierce Bellower, only possible when chance to hit is 100. So wait, chance to hit 100 on... Shit, so we have to do damage to Bellower first. Because chance to hit is required to be a strength differential. So we have to chip him down to under 10 first. I don't love that. The arrow cannot be used until his armor is broken. Yes, I have gathered that at this point. So 14 kills this dude outright. Ooh, wait. Going clockwise from the target. Boom, you love it. You love it. Gunnulf is such a beast. All right, so now Hakan and Moger, and again, we want them to kind of run on this side. Is that guy up next? Yeah, so Hakan, I need you to just dive in there and doing some strength damage before he can really F things up for everybody. God, I missed you so much, Hakan. Welcome back. This leaves Moger kind of useless, but that's fine. That's a position we've kind of known him to be in the past. You leave Gunnulf alone, my dude. So we can actually... Wait, if I push up with Alette here, you have what, 9, 15. So it's not enough, but we can have her chip some more armor. And then this sets us up for both Gunnulf and Ivor to come in and get him to a point where Rook can do some damage. Rook can't, or Ivor can't get in on him at this turn now, unfortunately, because this idiot pushed up. Which genuinely sucks. Or 5, 6, 7. I'll take it. Oh, I forgot about that thing. Oh god, that sound is awful. So I guess Rook. So unfortunately that means that Rook now is at a 9. So 1 or chip armor. Who's up next? The guy that's right next to us? No, the guy that's way out there. All right, strip more armor. All right, it's gonna be bad if Rook gets hurt. Okay, Gunolf. My dude, it is time. Boom. Gunolf is just a wrecking machine. All this dude is made for is just murder. All right, Hakan, why don't you go here? And again, I think I just need you to bring this dude down some for me, please. So next turn, provided there isn't a dramatic change to Rook's scenario, or his situation rather, we're gonna be able to get him with the silver arrow with Rook. Okay, that's fine. No, no, leave my daughter alone. Does she have 1 health? It would not shock me to find out if they made deaths on this map permanent. So I'm starting to freak out a little bit. Oh no. No. Oh, she would have died from that anyway. That would have been even worse. Wait. No, Dad, please help him. Haste, child. Finish Bellower now. Wait, they put everyone back to full? What just happened? Hurry, they are becoming hard to control. This is so weird to suddenly be fighting the same fight again. But different. I also don't like that Bellower is basically standing on Rook. Gonna be very honest, I'm not a fan of that. I need Mogre to get over and potentially help make sure Gunolf doesn't get smacked up here, because I changed the order of turns in such a way as to make Gunolf very vulnerable. Yeah, because Alette's gonna go here. Well, she can get in tight enough to hit him. Man, this fight, with the situation what it is, and the fact that we have this, like, very kind of mournful, ethereal music in the background, do not like. I mean, Bellower's the only goal here, right? God damn it. All right. We just need to start hitting some dudes. You have 7. I'd rather take you down to 2, I think. Hakan can basically just go solo that back corner. Like, we're just gonna have him put his hoss pants on. They all just got the buff from the Stone Singer. 13, 21. Remember, that means when we kill the Stone Singer, they all take like a huge chunk of damage. Bellower's up next. I really need him to attack Mogre. Or just go all the way across the battlefield and kill Hakan. That's, I mean, that's a thing people do, right? Ivor, I guess while he's busy over there fucking up Hakan, why don't you guys take care of the Stone Singer? Man, that sucks. Sorry, Hakan. Gunolf is still just owning. Thank God that was armor damage. He lashes out for every blow he takes. I mean, Hakan, I think, my dude, you're just gonna have to help us with some armor here, my guy. 8. Bye, Hakan. Hate to see it. This should put Mogre in harm's way for when Bellower comes back this way. Which is exactly what we want. We want Mogre to take a hit and then leave an opening for Gunolf to come kind of finish him. Bring Ivor up the wing here, I suppose. God, that bomb is going to go off right on Rook. I know that that's like narratively not a thing, but that really bothers me. All right. I know we had to give up a chance for a Tempest spin to do that, but I wanted to be able to get close without standing on the bomb. That's fine. You can have your shot against him now that you have no strength left. Wait, oh, so it's just you get a turn. It's not that you get to retaliate against who hits you? That's Garbo. We gotta make sure he doesn't kill Gunolf. We still need Gunolf to be able to hurt him. Bomb went off anyway. I forgot it was AoE. Gunolf is down. Everything's coming up Millhouse. Oh, Alette. Oh, I love it. I did not time that out to work that way, but man, that made me really feel good that Alette shot him. Damn it, Rook. Not you, too. Dad, get up. Get up. Help me. Where are the menders? Hush, child. Look at me. It's been too long. Put up your hood. You are alive and we must go. You're only barely aware of the surrounding chaos as Dredge flee from Varl warriors who push their advantage. Alette, be someone else today. There is time to be Alette another day. I will carry your father back to the city. He will be honored properly. I promise you that. Come now. Juno was right. With Bellower fallen, the Dredge flee the battle. The Dredge flee the field of battle. You return to Borisgard, but have almost no memory of doing so, aside from the image of your father's still body being carried in Ivor's arms. So we should have the time we need to finish the ships. I think you're right. The Dredge don't seem interested in us anymore. Since Bellower fell, they've been going their own way. The Ravens have been keeping the docks clear. Juno's talking to them about something now. When those longships are ready, we'll be able to sail all the way to Evering. With luck, before the darkness shows up here. How far south is it spread? I couldn't say. Hopefully not far. We'll get the prince back to his home, and Hakan has already decided to come with us. There's not much else to go back to. The two look up as you approach. Alette, it's nearly time. Soon we'll be ready to leave Borisgard, find somewhere safe. One ship is done already, at the docks. I had it prepared for Rook. I don't think I can do this. Come, Alette. It's time to honor your father. Look, there they are. It is, it's really sad. This is a really beautiful sequence, though. Like, the music is really excellent. The visuals are fantastic. Wow, look at that. Well, I feel like someone punched me in the stomach, but at least I have a new Windows desktop background. Oh, so that is they just cut it on that, huh? Wow. Yeah, the art direction for that last sequence is really, really good. Man, the weight of that last chapter really crushing. Let me you know, the urgency, we talked about it a little bit before. First of all, I guess before anything else, right? This was excellent. The gameplay was very good. The tactical combat is fun and is very different. And also the story, like, a lot of times some of these choose your own adventure type stories fall a little flat because since there's so many branching paths to take, the writing just doesn't seem as strong as in a story that has a concrete narrative. Not the case in Banner Saga. It felt really good. I really liked most of the characters we encountered, even if they only have a little bit of dialogue. But just through and through, the story is excellent, and I'm really pumped to know that there's more to it, because obviously ending on this note would not be an ideal way to finish up this game. The pacing of the final chapter as we played through the game, there were several times, especially like on the Hakan side, where you didn't really feel like you were in danger. The Hakan caravan, we could go hard. We had enough resources, we could rest. Rook's caravan always felt more urgent, but seldom did it feel hopeless. And they really deliver that in that last chapter. That last chapter is so bleak, and it's so, you don't win. It's not even that you don't win, you don't make any headwinds, right? Like in that last chunk where we had to choose what to do as we held out behind the gates of Borsgard, the options all suck. Like you either abandon your moral code, or you let other people suffer because you have other problems you have to attend to. Like they are all garbage choices, and it really did, even in just the, I mean, it was what, 3 days before Juno and Hakan showed up? I had to make that choice 3, maybe 4 times. You just feel like trash for doing it, and then Juno kind of delivering this bonkers plan is crazy, and a really good way to fill it up. I gotta say, I am super glad that we chose to have Rook shoot the arrow, because I'm almost, I mean, I don't know if there's anyone who can confirm it, but if you choose Alette, like I'm assuming Alette dies, right? Like it seemed like whoever shot him then suffers the wrath of his returning blow. And I would not have been thrilled in a version of this where we had Rook send his daughter to her death. Yeah, it seemed like that's how it went down. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting to kind of shift and now have Alette be the lead character. But it's an interesting story arc to follow her on. So I'm assuming you take your choices from Banner Saga 1 and import them into Banner Saga 2. So I'm assuming we will get to see something of how that story goes. I really liked Banner Saga a lot. The combat, the art, the music, the panoramic visuals, all of it is really, really wonderful. I like it a ton. And for a game that I've kind of put off for so long, a game that is seemingly tailor-made for my gameplay sensibilities, to finally be finished is awesome. I am super, super excited to finally take the Banner Saga out of the backlog.